We talk mostly Philly sports on here, of course, but the way the last couple of seasons regarding the Eagles and Phillies have gone, you understand why we get away from that on occasion. Often it's music or beer when we do that. And yeah, this week we're talking with a couple of the guys, three of the guys actually, from a brand new craft brewery in Morrisville, Pennsylvania, the Bitchin Kitten. I do love that name. Let's bring these guys on. We say hello to brewery co-owner Michael Crossan, restaurant manager Tony Pacelli, and the head brewer, that would be Scott Wills. Hey, guys.
Hey, thanks for having us.
All right, Michael, you're sitting there right in the front, so let me start with you. Your official opening was October 15th. I've been there a couple of times already. The last two Saturday afternoons I popped in, and it looks like you're off to a really great start over there on Bridge Street. Am I right?
Yeah, I'd say so. We've just been embraced by the community. There's so many people that are just like, we're so glad you're here, new business in the area, giving people something that's unique and different in like all of Bucks County. It's just great to see that feedback where people are like, hey, this is terrific. I'm 2 blocks away, and I just walk over, have a beer, and relax and have a good time.
And I know you've been planning this for quite a while, Michael. You've been home brewing for ages. What made you and your wife, I guess, decide to go ahead and do this as a business?
Yeah, it's funny. It was about 2 years ago, and Scott and I were at the Yardley Beer and Wine Festival, and we were working on some stuff, and we just said, hey, let's, brew a beer, see how it goes. And it was kind of cool. It was judged not by, snobby craft beer panel, but by the actual people that were there. Everybody had a ticket. Whichever one you liked the most, you left your ticket. Whoever had the most tickets, you won. And so we thought we'd have fun with it. We've been using the name Bitchin Kitten Brewery for, the beer I've been making out of my bathtub in my apartment 25 years ago. We made shirts for ourselves with pictures of my cats and stuff. And people just really reacted to it. They were just like, where's your brewery located? Where can I buy this? I want to buy a keg. I need 6-packs. And I'm like, I'm making this out of my kitchen. We just kind of made this all up. And we saw that people really connected with it. And we said, there might be a real opportunity for doing something different here. Turns out we came in second place, which gave us a lot of encouragement, which was cool. And then from there, we just kind of started developing a strategy, looking into it, saying, what would we need to do from a business perspective? We think we built a really, really strong branding campaign that people have really reacted to. And the whole thing with that is, finding your flock, and birds of a feather fly together. And I think we're doing a really good job finding our flock.
All right. Now, Tony, you manage the bar and restaurant. In addition to the craft beer, of course, you also serve cocktails and wine from local wineries. And food, I guess, sliders, finger foods, whatnot. What are the most popular food items that you guys have there, Tony?
I would say our beer cheese dip, our birria. We have several vegan options that are really flying off. Our chef, Tim, has actually converted me. I started eating a lot of the vegan stuff. And that's pretty hard to do. But yeah, he's converted me. And I'm actually, when I leave here, he made me something yesterday to eat. And I thought it was a cheeseburger, but it was a birria burger, a vegan birria burger.
Nice. Now, to be clear, the Bitchin' Kitten is not a sports bar, but you do have some TVs in there. So what are going to be on these TV screens eventually?
So eventually we're going to be using those for a lot of promotion, and we'll do menus and stuff on them. But we actually did have some conversations about, do we want to show sports or not? There's other places that show sports, and we didn't want to be known as like a sports bar type of thing or try and even compete in that market. But yeah, I think we're definitely going to do a little work this week and get the Eagles game on there for next week.
I don't know if that's a good idea or not the way they're playing, but let's talk a little bit about sports. I know you're into MMA and boxing, you said, Michael. What about you other guys? You sports fans, Tony and Scott?
Huge sports fans. Philly season tickets for years. I had 4 seats right in left field. I've been to the World Series games. I was there in 1980 when I was 15.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Big Flyers. I knew Bobby Clark and Reggie Leach and all those guys. They used to come over to my aunt's house all the time. So that's how
I told me that.
Yeah.
Wow, that's like old school. That's a pretty.
Yeah, I remember my brother sitting on Jack McElhargy's lap crying because the guy was like, he looked like a monster. But yeah, I'm a huge sports fan. Huge sports fan. All 4.
Scott, how about you?
I sure love Phillies baseball, but really, I went to graduate school in University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. So if you cut me, I bleed Carolina blue.
Yeah, I got Carolina blood in my family too.
You mentioned hockey. We've had Brian Propp and Bill Barber and Bob the Hound Kelly on our show several times. All great guys.
Yes,
Nice.
I've met them all. They're all nice guys.
Yeah, hockey guys are just like that.
Yeah.
So, Michael, despite the name Bitchin Kitten, you don't have any cats wandering around there. I think there are laws against that sort of thing.
Bucks County Board of Health would have a couple problems
Yeah.
with that.
You have a bunch of them at home, though, right?
Yeah, actually, we have 6 rescues, and we just had a foster little baby called Rose. She was so cute, but had to get her out of the house because I saw my wife was getting like bonding with her immediately. I was like, it's going to turn into 7. Somebody adopt her. So she did. She's in good hands right now. But yeah, we enjoy the cats. They're a lot of fun. There are some days where I'm walking through my house and 6 cats are scurrying around near my feet. And yeah, I have too many cats, that's for sure. But I love them all. They're all really neat, really neat, and all very well trained too.
And for people who want to know, they can find out how the name Bitchin Kitten came about. It's an interesting story, but we're not going to get into that right now. I do want to talk a little more beer. Now, the one and only negative thing so far, Michael, may be the fact that you've only had a limited variety of beers available, just 3 or 4 to start, 3 the last couple of Saturdays when I was in there. Although I will say that the 2 that I had, the Honest Abe's Tabby, an American Golden Ale, and Cat O'Lantern Imperial Pumpkin Ale were both terrific. And now the good news, I guess, Scott, is that you got several new brews on the way in the weeks ahead, right?
That's right. We were just before this call, we were planning out our next 6 brews, I guess. We've got our schedule worked out through Thanksgiving. And yeah, we have 12 taps here, and our goal is to get those things filled up as soon as we can.
Give me a little preview. What are some of the ones we can look forward to?
Go ahead, Scott.
Okay, yeah. Well, we have to do some repeats because things like the Honest Days Tabby are going so quick. So that'll be what we brew tomorrow. But we'll have a English style bitter coming on soon. We've got a nice porter that we're ready to break into this coming weekend. And a West Coast IPA also be on tap this weekend.
Yeah, that West Coast is going to be. It's my new favorite IPA. It's
we
awesome.
tested that tonight. Boy, that's great.
It's a hot bomb. It's people who like IPAs. You're going to be really pleased.
And I heard something about a raspberry wheat also.
Yep, that's going to be the week after.
Yeah, next weekend.
It's
all right. Awesome.
It's an absolutely pink beer. Bring your wife. They're going to love it.
All right. Now, one thing I love about craft breweries, beyond, of course, drinking the beer and getting to try lots of new varieties, is the names that brewers and tap rooms come up with for the beers. How much fun is it, Michael and Scott, I guess, coming up with names like Cat O'Lantern?
Yeah, so it's trying to keep with the theme. It's one of those things that we're kind of carefully treading the ground where you don't want to be too corny and you don't want to be hitting it too hard on the head with the whole cat theme, but trying to do something that's a little irreverent but fun, not vulgar, and then just trying to bring in some interesting things. It's actually a lot of fun coming up with the names, just doing some research on things and finding out different things about cats and how it relates it and pulling it back. Like Honest Abe's Tabby is actually because Abraham Lincoln was the first American president to have cats in the White House. He had 2 cats. They were named Tabby and Dixie. And so that was kind of a homage to them because we were doing an American-style traditional ale. Twisted Whiskers is just a fun little play on words. We have a whole bunch of them. People are coming up now, and they're giving me suggestions. What was it you, Scott, who came up with the Pail of 2 Kitties?
I like it.
That's a great one. We have our drinks are all cat themed. We have like Feline Frisky and Black Cat Julep and Chat Noir. Yeah, it's just fun coming up with different things. A lot of places do it like they may name some after like movies or things that are local to their area. Just trying to pull that theme and do a little research and come up with something interesting.
Michael, a little birdie told me that you're a big fan of Ireland. Is that true?
That's true. Yes, I've got tons of Irish in me. My mother was from County Cork. My father was from Tyrone, and I've been over there twice and I absolutely love it. It's great. We just went there. I think it was about 4 years ago, and took my daughter. And yeah, love it a lot. Love the culture. Love the history. My father was very, very into Irish history, into Irish music. Was into everything Irish. He was actually the state president of the Ancient Order of Hibernians in New Jersey for several years. Moved to North Carolina with my mom, and then actually started a chapter. And within, like 18 months, was the state president of Ancient Order of Hibernians in North Carolina. So I think he's the only person within the Ancient Order of Hibernians who's been president in 2 different states in the United States.
Wow. So, guys, at this point, you're open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Is there a chance down the road that maybe you'll open Thursday nights also?
Yes, that's definitely in the plans. But we had some issues with the equipment that we originally got, so we weren't able to get all of our fermenters online. So we've only been operating at 50% capacity. But that's been resolved finally this week. And so we're going full bore, as Scott was saying. We were discussing the upcoming beers, and we're going to be brewing straight through for the next 3 weeks, so we can get those taps filled up. So once that happens, and we know we're comfortable with our supply, we don't want to run out. That's not a good look for a brewery. Yeah, we'll probably be bringing you on Wednesdays and Thursdays sometime late November, and we'll let people know.
I'll drink to that. This was a blast, guys. If you're anywhere near it, folks, check out the Bitchin Kitten Brewery on Bridge Street in Morrisville. You won't be disappointed, I promise you that. Michael, Tony, Scott, thanks for doing this, and I'll see you in the tap room.
Thanks, Chet.
Awesome. Thank you so much.